Hello again. So we have another story, The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. This is a really interesting book. It was written almost 60 years ago, but it still has, I think, an important, or at least an interesting message. It's quite a difficult book. When I read it, it makes me feel pretty uncomfortable. It's not a happy book at all. There's also a lot to discuss in it. Its message, if it has one, isn't completely clear. There's quite a lot of work for you as a reader to do. And that makes it a great book, I think. Here we go. The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. Once, there was a tree. And she loved a little boy. You can see a little foot coming in here, the little boy's foot. And every day the boy would come and he would gather her leaves and make them into crowns and play king of the forest. There he is. Looks like a little hand, doesn't it, waving to him. He would climb up her trunk and swing from her branches. Little shoes down there, and there he is. Just see his feet at the bottom of the branch. He would swing from her branches and eat her apples. Yeah. And then they would play hide and go seek. There he is, and looks like the tree with its bough or its branch is almost pointing at him and saying, "Found ya." And when he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. And the boy loved the tree very much. And the tree was happy. And I don't know if you can see just here, he's carved a little love heart there, and it says me and T. The T, I suspect, stands for tree. But time went by, and the boy grew older. Oh, there's another love heart carved there. Me and Y-I. What? And then look, there's two pairs of feet. He's got a girlfriend, I think. And the tree was often alone. The boy's gone off to do other things, I guess. And here he is again. The boy's turned into a young man, and he says, "Then one day the boy came to the tree, and the tree said, 'Come, boy, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches, and eat apples and play in my shade and be happy.' 'I'm too big to climb and play,' said the boy. 'I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money. Can you give me some money?' 'I'm sorry,' said the tree, 'but I have no money. I have only leaves and apples. Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you will have money and you will be happy.' And the boy climbed up the tree and gathered her apples and carried them away. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad. And then one day the boy came back, and the tree shook with joy, and she said, "Come, boy, climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and be happy." "I'm too busy to climb trees," said the boy. "I want a house to keep me warm," he said. "I want a wife and I want children. And so I need a house. Can you give me a house?" "I have no home," said the tree. "The forest is my home. But you may cut off my branches and build a house. Then you will be happy." And so the boy cut off her branches and carried them away to build his house. There he goes. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time. And when he came back, the tree was so happy she could hardly speak. "Come, boy," she whispered, "come and play." "I'm too old and sad to play," said the boy. "I want a boat that will take me far away from here. Can you give me a boat?" "Cut down my trunk and make a boat," said the tree. "Then you can sail away and be happy." And so the boy cut down her trunk and made a boat and sailed away. And the tree was happy, but not really. And after a long time, the boy came back again. "I am sorry, boy," said the tree, "but I have nothing left to give you. My apples are gone." "My teeth are too weak for apples," said the boy. "My branches are gone," said the tree. "You cannot swing on them." "I'm too old to swing on branches," said the boy. "My trunk is gone," said the tree. "You cannot climb." "I'm too tired to climb," said the boy. "I am sorry," sighed the tree. "I wish that I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I'm just an old stump. I'm sorry." "I don't need very much now," said the boy. "Just a quiet place to sit and rest. I am very tired." "Well," said the tree, straightening herself up as much as she could. "Well, an old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, boy, sit down and rest." And the boy did. And the tree was happy. The end. So, every time I read this, I still get little goosebumps when there's that terrible moment in the story when he cuts down the trunk. So, there are so many questions that this book raises. Is why it's such a great book, I think. And the first one is, why is the child just called Boy? Why doesn't Shel Silverstein Give the child a specific, particular name. All the way through, even when he's a man, an old man, he's still called boy. I wonder why the author chose to do that. And you might have noticed that the tree is a her. Again, that's something the author chose to do. Maybe it doesn't mean anything, but maybe it's symbolic of something. Symbolic means maybe it's trying to get an idea across. I don't know. It's up to you to think about. And then, of course, there's the really big question. Why does the tree keep giving? And why is the tree happy? To give almost to the point where the tree is dead. Now, there is that moment, of course, where it says the tree was happy, but not really. What does that mean? And of course, even after that, it does go back to saying the tree was happy. Why? I don't want the tree to be happy. I want the tree to protest. But it doesn't. It just keeps giving. Why is that? Why has Shel Silverstein chosen to make the tree do that? What was going on in his head? What was his idea? What was he thinking of, do you think? Now, time to think a little bit about ourselves. We might be shocked by the boy's or the man's treatment of the tree, right? No, don't cut it down. That's so unfair. But do we always treat nature with respect? This is a hard question because it'd be nice to say, yeah, I do. Honestly, if we really think honestly, do we treat nature with respect? What might we do that will harm the natural world? We talk about plastic pollution. We talk about global warming caused by pollution, by people driving around in cars or flying in planes or using energy when they shouldn't be. Do we do that? I do. And if we know that things are bad for the environment, why do we keep doing them? It's really important to be honest with ourselves here. It's too easy just to say, I don't, or to say, it's other people. It's really important, I think. These are important questions, right, about caring for the environment. It's important that we are honest about our own actions. And if we are doing things that harm the environment, what could we do to change that? And I try to give you sort of ideas or prompts for activism, how you might become active, be change makers. So it might be worth thinking about. Is there anything that your school does that you know is bad for the environment? At the school where I work, at lunch, they're constantly dishing out plastic spoons, plastic pots, and so on. Even though everyone knows there's a plastic pollution problem. What could we do to change that? What could you do to change that? And perhaps there's other things you might want to focus on. Anyway, that's enough from me. I just think this is a fascinating, if slightly uncomfortable book. The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. Bye for now.